being quite frank, right? For the past month, I've been going through my mini version of Dante's Seven Rings of Hell. It's been rough. And it's been tough. And my main thing is just the concept and the sensation of loneliness and feeling it very heavily, where it feels like a physical pressure on your chest all day, every day, even when you go to sleep. And it's not something that you can recall ever getting. You woke up one day and you were like, oh, I'm scared to go outside and I'm scared that nobody loves me. But it was a gradual thing, and I think what really got me there was I'm a sophomore in college right now, and a lot of things are just different. A lot of things are changing. I don't look the way I did last year. I don't feel or act the way I did last year, and it was such an intense change. And also, I almost died in December. I had a really bad one allergy, so I saw God and a lot of stuff. There's been a just huge destruction of this foundation I have worked so hard to build. I was finally confident. I felt like I had friends that would never leave me, and they haven't. We'll get to that. And I was so convinced that I had finally found my forever people, place, and everything. The job I was gonna work there for the next 5 years. My majors and perfectly fine. Essentially, I had gotten really comfortable, and I knew that this was all gonna be okay. And thrown out the window. I think for the majority of my life, I've just been avoiding it. Or if change happens, it's because it's its own volition. I can do small changes. I can, get a new job and change my hair color, lose some weight, gain some weight. But to change a spiritual belief, or to stop doing things that make me uncomfortable, but I've done them for so long, and being forced to change those habits and change my mind was really intense for me. And I think a good month ago, or a good 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, I'm unhappy with everything that I'm doing. I am not passionate about this. I don't like these people. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. And that's such a big question to ask yourself, and also just to hear yourself say oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I want. I don't know who I am. And I'm the kind of person who always knew what she wanted, or where she was gonna go, or what she was gonna do. And that's just how I work. And for the first time in my life, I had no idea what the hell to do, because I broke. I was like, I don't like any of what I'm doing. I am no longer comfortable with the uncomfortable. And when you say that to yourself, from someone who's been a people pleaser their whole lives, and you go, oh my God, I don't like doing this, and these people can kiss my ass. Because I secluded myself so much, I found myself feeling very lonely. Here's the thing though, I have friends. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't have any friends. I don't have anyone that knows me. I am so blessed to have people in my life who care about my well-being, who I can name more, I have more people than I can count on my hand, which is such a blessing, and it's beautiful. And I believe that almost everyone has this, whether you like to believe it or not. For the past last week, I was desperately begging the universe, please let me make a new friend, let me make a new group of people, let me find someone who has a really cool car so we can go outside. I want friends, I want socialization. And then the universe gonna give me an answer. They're like, you can do that. Nobody is stopping you from going out there and talking to people and socializing and being a new person and getting new experiences. The only person stopping you is you. You keep doing the same things over and over again, and that's literal insanity. I want to change so bad, but I kept going to the same places, to the same people, doing the same thing, saying the same thing, reading the same books, watching the same videos, as if I missed something. I didn't. The reason why I was in this rut for so long is because I refused any change outside and within. That was my biggest issue. And once I realized that, I was like, oh, no wonder nothing fucking changed for me. I didn't do anything. Read the same book, watched the same video, asked the same questions, and didn't take any of the advice. Yeah, I wanted change, and I wanted something extravagant. Like I wanted someone to bump into me and tell me all the answers I needed and be like, hey, this is what you were missing. Or like a star would fall out of the sky, hit me on the head, and I'd be like, this is a revelation, and become this guru of self-help and mindfulness. Or I'd like bump into a llama and it would tell me advice in the tongues of my ancestors. Or find a really good book by a really good author, and on the 37th page there'd be a line and it would just click for me, and my life would get better, and I'd be famous and rich and a blonde and 130 pounds instantly. But that's not how change works. And change isn't instant. It's like at the very end of it, you're like, oh, I changed. It's little things. I am so deserving of happiness and loving my life and loving what I do and who I am and what I stand for and what I believe in. And for the longest time, I've just refused that because it feels too different, and it felt so scary, and it felt undeserving because I couldn't do it alone, and I needed someone to be there to validate the fun that I was having. Believe it or not, having a best friend isn't going to change your life to the point where you need them for the rest of your life, or like having a lover or having anyone around you. That turns into codependency, and codependency turns into comfortability, and comfortability turns into motionless living. Like, yes, maybe hanging out with your friends was really good and you want to recreate that experience because maybe you've been lonely for a long time, or maybe you had a hard time making friends in high school and middle school, or maybe you had a hard time making friends in any point in your life, and right now it feels like you've finally found that group of people and you have to cling on to them. It's okay. Let them be. Because if you hang out once or twice and then afterwards they tend to drift, they weren't meant for you, and you weren't meant for them. Sometimes people just need to be people, and you gotta be people too. You gotta find your hobbies and what you want to do and be passionate about living, because how beautiful is it to be a human being in 2024? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, I'm not gonna deny that, but you got unlimited amounts of knowledge. You can teach yourself any hobby, you can basically go anywhere. If you're in America, you know, there's a lot of stuff, but like, for the sake of being grateful and positive, look on the bright side. You most likely have a lot of opportunities that nobody else has, and you have the blessing of being alive today. Do something with that, because when you're 60, 70 and things start to sag, you know, this is going to be the best moment of your life. You're going to look back at this right here and be like, oh, back in the day I was at home watching YouTube and I was living the dream. Time goes by quick. I'm literally nostalgic over being 12. That's crazy. Anyway, I think I wanted to reiterate, you know, like sometimes we get so stuck in our own head where it's like, you know, things are never going to change for me. I'm never going to be happy again. This security blanket I had is now gone, and I have to start from zero, and nobody loves me, no one understands. I get that. Trust me, as the queen of codependency, not anymore, but like as the reformed queen of codependency and fear and trusting of no one, it gets better when you believe it will. I think a lot of people refuse change like me, or refuse to trust that the future will be better because of past experiences. But girl, like that's why maybe your life has been the same repeated amount of mistakes so far. You've done the same thing over and over again with different people, and it's like you're keep going to the same kind of people, and it's scary to not do that, I understand, but it's also like you can't hold your mom's hand for the rest of your life, and you know that. It's the same thing with your friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your lover or your companion or your therapist or your dog. Like, these people will not be with you on your deathbed, on your physical deathbed or cremation. I don't know. They're not going to be there, essentially, right? It's going to be you. You, your thoughts, your being, and what you love is all you will have left, and you need to be proud of that. Because while you may have loved and learned, it's just you. Learn to cherish what you have to offer and what you want to learn and who you want to be, because change is small and gradual. You know, like, it's going to be good. It's going to be okay. It's gonna be amazing. And change happens so quickly, we don't realize change happens until we make it to the end goal. And everyone we thought left is surrounding us in unison with love and acceptance. Yeah. One little big thing for myself is I wanted to record myself more and keep a digital diary. I've always liked scrapbooking, and I do have a scrapbook and an album, but I more kind of want to record myself and my growth and my ideas and things I'm passionate about. And I haven't done that before because that's embarrassing and we're not good at content and no one's gonna find you entertaining. I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like, girl, if anyone's gonna watch this video, it's gonna be me, and I like to edit and I like really good in this lighting. So cheers to change and accepting yourself and your ideas and trusting that even if you feel lonely right now, it is a reminder that it is just a feeling, and feelings are temporary. They hold no permanence. Clink. Good night.